Welcome to Chat SDG, a groundbreaking talk show that aims to engage with the world's brightest innovators to unravel the potential of innovation in realizing the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. Join us for this grand finale of Chat SDG, celebrating the power of conversation in driving sustainable change. Reflecting on impactful discussions, Chat SDG's grand finale promises to be a journey of inspiration and insights. And who else for the valedictory than Avatari Devi herself, the Poon Nareshwar, here to own it, the incarnate, talking about sensitivities and strengths we need to work on. Hello, Avatari, how are you?
बहुत बढ़िया है. व्हाट टू से, अंग्रेजी इस्तेमाल करना है ना. वी आर डूइंग वेरी वेल. एंड पूर्ण नारेश्वर बोल दिए. आई मीन, आई एम नो पूर्ण नारेश्वर, बट वी ऑल ट्राई टू बी कंप्लीट, नो, लाइक one way or another with somebody else. And as your background is speaking, the world is trying very hard to be complete, huh? With sustainability and not so sustainable things which are also going forward, but everything must come together. So everyone is trying पूर्णता. पूर्णता का प्रयास सब में जारी है, तो हमारे अंदर भी जारी है. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमें बुलाने के लिए.
All right, then. So, Avatari, our viewers are curious to learn from you. How do the concepts of Bihari identity and sustainability complement each other, in your opinion? Complement each other, in your opinion?
अब बिहारी आइडेंटिटी बाकी सबसे इतना जुदा तो नहीं है. द वर्ल्ड वांट्स अस टू सी as different because of many reasons, but I will not get into those. But we as a community, as a state, have been traveling outside the city, outside the state, as विदेशिया तो सुने होंगे शायद. आप नहीं सुने तो गूगल कर लीजिए. We have been traveling outside the state since not the first war of independence, even before the first war of independence also. So we've been going all over the world, seeing the world, learning about the world. So there must be something. Maybe on one marker we are not doing so well, the marker of riches. But there are many other riches which are there in the state which can offer a lot of learnings. Well, intersectionality being one of them. So that is where I am coming from, and that is the Bihari heritage that I will bring. Thank you.
Fantastic. And as sustainable development goals also embody, there are 5 kinds of capitals which range from natural capital to financial capital, human capital, social capital, and so on. So beautifully narrated, Avtari. All right, moving on to our next question. You spoke about people traveling, and travels bring a lot of storytelling, from Gilgamesh from the Middle East to India, to Mahishasur from India to Middle East again. Could you share more about your In Vaarta platform and its significance in facilitating meaningful conversations?
देखिए, वार्तालाप हम आप कर ही रहे हैं, लेकिन इन वार्ता का मतलब क्या हो, मतलब कि सदैव कॉन्वर्सेशन में रहना. क्योंकि अभी क्या हो गया है कि अभी एवरीवन इज जस्ट, इफ यू गो बाय सोशल मीडिया, एवरीवन वांट्स टू बी ऑन द टॉप. हु हैज द टॉप फॉलोअर्स, हु हैज द नंबर वन channel, who is getting the most moolah, huh? But we have to come back to it, that we always prosper when we are in conversation. And that is what In Vaarta focuses on, that even these goals that you see surrounding us, they have to be in conversation with each other. The sectors where they have to be in conversation with each other. And through what does this conversation happen? I mean, media currently, the role of media is varied. The big media, though, is very controlled, without a doubt. But it can be used as a platform for interacting, for conversation, generating conversation, and that's what In Vaarta does, through workshops, through films, through design, through strategizing about these conversations and how to hold it in different kind of spaces, corporates, educational institutions. तो हम अवतारी के रूप में कम, लेकिन स्वजा के रूप में ज्यादा ये सब काम करते हैं, और हमारी पूरी टीम है जो इन विभिन्न प्रयासों में लगी रहती है.
Avtari, you spoke about the ecosystem we exist in, although the, you know, a lot of media has been decentralized because of the internet access. There is mainstream media also, which is engaging with the population. So given the current circumstances, do you feel these discussions can effectively progress and bring about change?
एक थोड़ा साइड लेंगे कि पावर का जो तरीका होता है ना, वो हमेशा एक सेंट्रलाइजिंग टेंडेंसी का होता है, अगर आप सवाल ना पूछें तो। ठीक है। तो यू हैव सेड दैट देयर इज लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर यूजिंग मीडिया, बट द प्लेटफॉर्म्स ऑफ मीडिया आर लिमिटेड, even the ownership of media even on the internet is very limited. So if you somebody wants to censor you, they can censor you. There are rules and guidelines which you have to follow, which is why it becomes even more important to not just talk about what we are talking about over here, but what are the platforms we are using to have this conversation. That also becomes important. And so the entire question of how, what, why, who, everything, everything becomes important. And going forward, that is going to be, जब इंटरनेट के जो जन्म दाता थे, उन्होंने बोल दिया कि अब बहुत कलह हो चुका है, अब मतलब कि it is not owned, the internet as a resource is not really free, it is owned by certain people. So then, I mean, I can just add to that question. I don't need to say something new. That has already been said, and we have to explore that question more.
Avatari, in development sector, all
Mm.
our community members are called development actors. It's a very unique feature of our community. And
Mhm.
returning to the theater and performance realm
Mhm.
that you come from, do you think a theme like sustainability can be narrated through it? Please, your views on that, please.
तो हम जाएंगे वापस किसके पास, विद्या बालन जी के पास। उनका डर्टी पिक्चर क्या था, उसमें लाइन जो मेमोरेबल है, एंटरटेन एंटरटेन एंटरटेन। बस वही करने का काम है। ठीक है। एज लॉन्ग एज आवर व्यूअर्स आर एंटरटेन विद व्हाट इज बीइंग सर्व्ड, okay, they will listen to us. And through that entertainment we can always bring in some questions. And theater, I find, is a very live medium. Of course it is. It is very, very live. And what it does is that it helps us be present to something, and the artist who's performing can ask questions, probe you, and you can be very physically be present with that energy, and that changes things. I mean, स्क्रीन पे तो सब देखते हैं, लेकिन जो लाइव एटमॉस्फेयर का जो माहौल होता है और लाइव इंटरेक्शन का जो होता है, अब प्रेम संवाद कुछ हद तक खतों से और इन सब से हो सकती है, लेकिन अंततः तो उसमें साक्षात रूप में आना ही पड़ता है। उसके तो भगवान को भी आना पड़ा था। तो मतलब कि सबको ही वो करना होता है। तो वही बात है कि ये थिएटर हमारा पहला प्यार भी है, एंड आई थिंक सबको प्यार करने का बहुत ही अनोखा तरीका भी है। तो दैट इज सो एंड या, एज लॉन्ग एज वी एंटरटेन एंड वी कीप मेकिंग यू फॉल इन लव, शाहरुख खान जी क्षमा कीजिएगा, बट लेकिन तो हाँ, तो हम सक्सेसफुल रहेंगे। चलिए।
Spoken like Saraswati, to gain moksha, it is said you need to live 1600 lives or maybe 16,000 lives. The debate is still on. And theater, it seems, you took the name of, Shah Rukh Khan himself, has lived so many lives, and he is gaining so much knowledge also. So, your ask of using theater as a medium to convey a topic like sustainability, which can be very boring for our youth sometimes, but is very critical, to be addressed, even for our elder generations and our generation people also. Thank you so much for opening the gateway to how we can experience change, bring change through entertainment. Your affinity towards queerness and its complexity, beauty, and impact is evident. How do you perceive this aspect influencing your work?
मतलब कि वो तो है ही, अब हम वो हमें अपने से अलग करने की जरूरत नहीं है, तो हमारे में अंदर है ही वो। एंड क्वियरनेस की जो परिभाषा है, सबसे अनोखी बात ये है कि इट इज ऑलवेज इंटरसेक्शनल। लाइक क्वियरनेस डज नॉट हैपन ओनली एज अ queer person. You come from a certain caste, class, location, geography, everything, and all of that influences your thought. All of that influences what you will talk about and what do you feel comfortable or feel provoked by. And hence the entire conversation which we are having here of, of linking these different situations, these different goals, these different goals in different contexts. So that awareness of different contexts is very important. The awareness of intersections is very important. And that is where queerness can really help us.
Thank you, Avatari, and thank you, audience, to our speakers. A toast to your impact with Chat SDG in fostering dialogue, innovation, and solidarity for a better tomorrow by shaping and sharing beyond borders. Thank you for joining us in celebrating Chat SDG by sharing these dialogues with your teams and audience to support the enduring spirit of collective action for sustainable development. Until we meet again, this is Bhuvan from Chat SDG. Namaste.